Hello and welcome to the Magnificent Abundance Manifester. So today I wanted to talk to you about something that is about how to move forward. And the title is actually quite funny because I was watching Jillian Michaels and her program on, when she basically supports and coaches people to lose weight. So The Biggest Loser. And I didn't watch it just for entertainment purposes, maybe just a little bit, but then I watched the structure. In fact, it reminded me of my Latin teacher and literature teacher in high school, who said to us at the time, if you want to watch how a suspense movie is being made, watch a Hitchcock movie and then remove the sound and watch it scene by scene and see how a fear and expectation is being built. And you will see how the camera is being put, how the actors are shown. When the music comes, obviously if you remove the sound, you see the scenery, and then if you add the sound, you see the accumulation of all of these details that lead to you feeling a certain way, and that's the goal. At the time I thought, but that's going to kill the fun. I don't want to look into how my feelings are being manipulated, because I kind of enjoy watching these movies, and if I know everything, I'm not going to feel spontaneous again when I watch them. Anyway, so that was basically an advice on how to look into something that is being done. And so when I watch this program, I never watched it really before, maybe once, twice, but I watch it from a coach perspective. And obviously the pattern and the structure, the skeleton, is all the same when someone is being built to succeed. With some sort of, everybody then has their own style, but the structure kind of is the same to some level. So when you look at these programs, so the first part is to face the truth. So when these people are being weighed on the scale, they see how much they weigh. Now weighing, yeah, and how far they've been digressing from a healthy lifestyle. And sometimes in life you don't want to look at where you are because it's too messy, because it's going to bring a lot of emotions that you don't want to feel, like guilt, and you don't want to take responsibility to some level for what happened to you. And somehow it creates that sense of avoidance. So you want to escape your reality. You want to not really look at the truth, and that's why a lot of people go into blame mode sometimes. It's because of this person or because of this, but then they don't really want to look at where they are. But this is the beginning of your own freedom when you start facing the truth. It's going to be painful, and it's going to feel somehow crushing at times. You might be feeling quite off for a few days, but it's going to be the beginning. So they say awareness is already part of your healing process, and that's true. So as soon as you become aware of your situation, where you are in terms of your journey, whether it's in your health, like the Biggest Loser program, or whether it's your financial situations and how much you owe, and all of the things that you really didn't want to look into or look at, or your relationships, your love relationships, how much effort you have or have not put into it, or how much you haven't stepped up for yourself and you have allowed yourself to be neglected because you neglected yourself. Whether it's career-wise, you keep saying, oh, you know, I want the promotion, or I want to have a business, but then you keep fantasizing about it, and yeah, that would be so nice, but at the same time you haven't done much about it. Actually, there is a joke that a friend of mine was saying, and she was hanging out with some friends and she was like, oh, you know, I would love to have my own business and, you know, be the master of my own life. And my friend asked her, or him, do you remember? So, like, what? And she was like, oh, I don't know, something like Facebook. So yes, it's great to fantasize, it's great to have these dreams, but a lot of people are just fantasizing. They're not really visualizing. You know, there is a difference between saying I wish and this is what I am working towards, and this is what I'm going to have no matter what. And the difference is what? Do you know? I'm going to let you have a little think about this one whilst I'm sharing the live. But what is the difference between the one that keeps fantasizing about something that remains fantasy? What is it? So I couldn't share, but it's okay. So the difference is those who keep fantasizing and those who actually are visualizing is the action taking part. A lot of people go into that dreamland, which is the first part, but they never leave that part. They stay into fantasy land, whether it's for anything. And because it feels safe, because it feels like something that it's because it feels like yeah, they still have the option. Sometimes in Fantasyland you still have the option to take action, but you don't really start. So because you have the option, it gives you that sense of potential freedom and potential success, even though you don't even implement anything. So now a lot of people stay in that kind of fantasy, what if, and then they take one little tiny step and then they want to do all the training in the world before actually doing anything. Those are usually, if they stay that way and they don't get support and they don't make a shift, they're going to stay there forever. And then one day say, you know what? I could have become this and that, but they haven't done anything about it though. So circling back to this show, The Biggest Loser, these people have been, so they have made that step to go into that program, to do what it takes to get there. And it doesn't mean that all of them are going to get to the end, if you know of the show, but still they have taken the step. So what is it about you that you are dreaming of, that you really want to do, and you haven't started to do anything about it yet? At least you haven't even written it down in terms of, this is what I am, my heart's desires, this is what I wish to accomplish. So between that state of fantasy and the fact that you say, you know, this is what I'm going to create and manifest, there is already the action of writing it down and setting that intention that is real. So so let's go back. First, you look into where you are, what your situation is. This is when they're weighing themselves. Then looking into their goal, their vision, and this is when they actually are shown their ideal outfits or size that they want to be at. You know, like, this is the dress I want to wear, this is the outfit I want to wear when I get out of this place. So this is what people call your future self, right? This is who you want to become. This is whether it's, again, health-wise, money-wise, career-wise, love-wise, family-wise, anything. So you see, they use the same. You face reality, then you look where you want to go, and then you start taking action. And the pace of your progress is going to be highly correlated to, one, the support that you have, two, the motivation that keeps you going no matter what, and three, your level of consistency, which is the same as commitment, right? But it's about being consistent in your action. And in these programs, you saw that one week someone will lose 10 kilos, and then the second week, well, they actually haven't lost anything, and one might have even gained 1 kilo or 2. So what's the attitude there when something is thrown at you that way in life? Like, one week you have a huge win, and the second week you're like, oh no, things are not going anymore the way I would like to. What do you do then? What do you do then? You keep going, and the secret as well is you can tweak a few things in order to continue. So that again is related to the level of support that you can have to show you what you need to address. And keep going is good, but if you keep going and you do the same thing over and over again, as Einstein said, this is the definition of insanity, right? Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting it to be different. Well, if you keep doing the same thing and you expect different outcome, again, this is the definition of insanity, but you're not going to make much progress. So it's always good to get support and from people who can help you get there. Now, not because someone is going to help you get there, that means you're going to lean on them and let them do the work for you. No, that's not how it works. Most of the very successful clients that I have, in fact, they all share the same characteristics. They go above and beyond what I am giving them in terms of their homework, assignments. They actually do more because they're so keen and dedicated to move forward. So this is exactly what you also see in the show. They are working relentlessly, and some who are not very consistent, then you can see that it doesn't, you might get away with it once or twice, but it's about that dedication, consistency, support, and expertise that you bring to it. Because sometimes you might do things you don't know is wrong. Like these people, they don't really know about calories and what some food can do to their body. They are not really health conscious at all, otherwise they wouldn't be there and they wouldn't have gained so much weight over the years. So these people who are so you can be super dedicated to progress, evolve, but if you don't have the right support, the expertise, the people to show you and teach you, you can stay there forever. And believe me, that's a lot of people who are reluctant to get help who have that pattern and tendency, because there is some sort of ego driven, fear-based behavioral pattern that make them find some sort of pride in doing it on their own. Well, that's actually a lot of BS, because you're wasting time. You know, if you can move forward and you have support to help you move quicker, you're not cheating, you are leveraging. This is the difference. So, and having that pride of doing it on your own, well, you know what, it's not going to help you much. So it's like you say, I want to have a business, but I don't want to have any team to support me because I want to do everything on my own. Well, no, that's not how it works. So same thing. And then sometimes things will happen that are not necessarily fair, but it's about making the most of what comes your way and moving forward. So this is where my comparison with this program is going to stop in terms of the structure. You know, you face the truth, you look at your goal, and then every time you take action, you readdress it to get closer to your goal. And then the next question for you is, but then what happens when things don't work out exactly the way I want? Well, this is where I come into play with my expertise this time, because it's about an energy block that you might have, some sort of negativity in your field that you're not necessarily aware of, or you might be aware of, but you don't know how to move from there. And this is where, again, expertise is required, because it will be kind of intertwined with so many things inside you that it takes an expert, someone with a skillful person to retrieve that, take it out from your field so that it frees you. So that's what I am doing for myself personally, and I am also working with other people, because sometimes it's useful. It's not only useful, it's like I can sometimes not see for me, so I get support for me, like the way I help my clients. I am doing it for myself, but also I'm getting support, and I'm not feeling bad for getting support. In fact, I'm grateful when I get support and help, because I know it helps me move forward quicker, because I don't necessarily see things in me the way others can see. I mean, other experts. The same thing, the same way I work with my clients. So that's what I wanted to talk about today, which is about that process, or not really process, the structure that success requires, and that people who are following a path tend to follow, which is you face where you are, you look where you want to be, and then you believe in it so badly that whatever happens to you, you keep taking action, tweaking, readjusting, and you get support and expertise to help you get where you want to be. And don't hesitate to seek help, because that's how you leverage expertise. And if you have issues around that, you need to work around it as well, because you're wasting so much time already just by thinking about it. But if this is something that you haven't integrated yet into your belief, into your system, because you haven't functioned that way yet, because you've been a lone wolf for a long time, well, work on that too. Because, well, again, you've been wasting time. So if you want to stop wasting time and move forward, seek help. And get surrounded by your peers, by people who share the same value, who have the same drive as you, and who are going to help you get further ahead. Okay? All right, so on that note, I'm going to love you and leave you, and I am going to wish you a beautiful rest of the evening. I'm going to go next in my page Broomstick Capital, because I'm going to do next is my BSQ Tuesday. So I see you shortly on this page. Otherwise, for those who are on the Abundance Manifestor, the Magnificent Abundance Manifestor, keep being focused. This is important, and take action. And I would love you to either share this video, like it, put a comment, and write a comment below and tell me what step are you going to take right now after watching this video. Okay? Bye and happy manifesting.
Make sure to subscribe to my channel, share, like, and put a comment under the video. Bye and happy manifesting. Hi, Magnificent Abundance Manifester. A last word before I leave you. I wanted to give you a gift so you can have access to a free healing session. In order to do so, head over to my website www.themagnificentabundancemanifester.com, and then you click on free fairy dust and 3 free healing session. So you go there, you can sign up to get the free healing session, and as soon as you put the detail, we're going to spend 60 minutes together where I'm going to guide you through a meditation and a healing process for you to let go of what's blocking you right now. So I'm super excited to do that with you. So I'll see you on the other side. Bye.